So this is part two of my reinvention story from Alabama to Boston and how I got here. So I got divorced and I was finally free from my difficult life. And what I learned from getting divorced was that your life doesn't get any easier. It probably will get harder, and also you're just going to take on another set of problems. But I don't regret getting divorced. I'm just saying, don't idealize the new life you're going to have once you're rid of this troublesome ex partner, because wherever you go, there you are with all of your same problems that you brought to the relationship that you're leaving. But anyway, so I was still living in Alabama. I got divorced. I got into another relationship, this time with an educated man who loved my kids, was a really good person. We had a very deep love for each other. I think I had kind of a Disney princess mentality, like, oh, now that I'm with a good guy, he's going to rescue me and solve all my problems, which isn't true. But one, well, two big, no, three, I don't know, a lot of things. This person was a good guy who did a lot of good things for me. One thing he did was he asked me, why didn't you ever go to college? And I said, because I'm not smart enough. And he said, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And so I trusted him. And I went back to school because of this person. And for that, I will be forever grateful that I'll be graduating in my 40s with a bachelor's degree. But I have achieved something that I thought was impossible. And I really wanted to show my kids, if I can do it, you guys can do it. So now three of my four kids are in college alongside me. So that's kind of fun. But anyway, so what did he do? He helped me get into college. He encouraged me that I could do it. Um, and he brought me to Boston. So he got a good job. We were living together for about a year. And I thought we were going to get married. We decided to move to Boston together. And I left my cleaning business behind. I left my home, brought my kids, just left everything. I had always wanted to move to a big city. I was really excited. I wanted my kids to be able to live in such a wonderful city. And so that was something that this partner did for me. And another thing he did was he showed me that because I was unhealed, I attracted the same types of problems into my life in my next relationship because I didn't do the inner work that needed to be done. So I just went on and got right back into another relationship with someone that had substance abuse problems. And so that was a mirror for me. It showed me the work that I needed to do. And so a few years into that relationship, I started asking, like, why am I finding myself with another person with these same types of problems? And so that was a gift because that was what showed me how to start working on the inner healing that I needed. And so I started learning about plant medicine a little bit and wondering about, that pathway for healing. I participated in a Christian program called Celebrate Recovery for a couple of years. That was really helpful, and that met me right where I was at that time. I attended SLAA, the 12-step program. Um, Not because I had a sex or love addiction, but because I felt I couldn't I couldn't leave this partner, and it took me 16 years to leave my husband, and I was struggling to figure out how to value myself highly enough to leave and be willing to let go of relationships that weren't really serving me any longer. And nor were they serving the partner. So I felt like by staying with these people and watching them continue to hurt themselves, and not taking a stand against it, I was hurting them. So I came to Boston. COVID happened. I was running my cleaning business remotely at that point, and it shut down during COVID. My partner had to start working from home. My kids started going to school from their computers at home, and then I had to get a job outside of the house so I couldn't be here helping with the kids, and it was total chaos. And our relationship just didn't survive COVID like many others. And but I'm so grateful to that person, and I wish him all the best. He did so much for me and my kids, and I would never want to say anything bad about him. But yeah, that's how I ended up in Boston. And I found a spiritual center. I found a community. I started really, as a single person, realizing my need for just lots of people in my life and friends and relationships that weren't just a romantic partnership, because I think I was overly focused on that because it gave me a sense of security. But by this point, I started learning that I am going to be what gives me a sense of security. I'm going to rescue me. I'm going to be there for me. I'm going to provide for me. And anything else I find in a partnership or out in the world is going to be more the cherry on top, not, the main dish. And so now I don't have expectations for someone else to meet my needs. I take responsibility for meeting my needs. And I think that's why now I'm in a conscious partnership. I think that's why it works well, because I don't look to him. I don't blame him. I don't expect him to do things that he just can't do, or to be my everything. He just can't be my everything. One person can't be your everything, and that's boring, and that makes a relationship go stale pretty quickly and suffocate it. One thing I learned from SLAA is this idea of open systems and closed systems relationships. And a closed systems relationship is where it's just you and the partner, and you, it's kind of just your world revolves around the two of you, and there's no new life being breathed into it. And so open systems is where you both go out and you each have a life of your own. You have friends apart separately, and you have friends together, and you participate in community together. And so there's this openness, and your relationship isn't isolated, and you have friends and hopefully family and lots of people around you. So there's lots of life being breathed in and out of your relationship, and you're serving in community together. And it's a really beautiful way of living that's different. One thing that's different about the relationship I'm in now versus past relationships. So I think I'll stop there. Thank you for listening to my story. There's so much to share. It's hard to know what to say sometimes, but if there's something I mentioned that you're curious about, post in the comments your question or your thoughts, and I would love to respond. Thank you.